The 2-week wait can bring on so much anxiety, especially if there's spotting involved. Spotting can be completely normal during the 2-week wait due to implantation. Implantation is a process that occurs after a fertilized egg travels down the fallopian tube and burrows deep into the lining of the uterus, where it will remain until delivery. The reason you might see some spotting during this process is because when the egg attaches, this can cause little blood vessels to burst. But I feel like calling it implantation bleeding is a bit of a stretch. It's more like light spotting that shouldn't fill up a panty liner, and it shouldn't get gradually heavier like a period. Healthline.com says, it's actually a little unclear how common implantation bleeding is. Some sources claim that 1/3 of all women who become pregnant experience implantation bleeding, but this actually isn't backed by peer-reviewed research. But what they can tell you is that up to 25% of women experience bleeding or spotting in the first trimester, and implantation is one cause of first trimester bleeding. Now, if you are getting value from this video, go ahead and gently tap the like button down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe if you're new. My good friend Tara Bradner, who is a doctorate nurse practitioner and fertility coach, has provided her insight on implantation bleeding.
Hi everyone, Tara Bradner here, doctorate nurse practitioner and fertility coach. I'm excited to be joining you and Shelby to discuss implantation bleeding. Let's start out with when this occurs and what to expect. Typically, we see implantation bleeding occurring 1 to 2 weeks after fertilization. It's very personalized based on your cycle or the timing of your treatment. Most commonly, we can nail implantation bleeding down to 1 week after ovulation, anytime outside of your normal menstrual bleeding cycle. It's usually short-lived, it doesn't last long, and it's light in color. So colors to kind of watch or expect for is a pink color, a pink tinge color, a rusty brown, or anything paler than your normal period color. It's not going to be that bright red color. Why does this occur? So post-ovulatory rise in progesterone is what causes our basal body temperature to rise. When this happens, we have an increase in endometrial activity. So this sometimes causes little ruptures in our uterus to occur. Now, let's take this a step further. Bleeding after implantation while pregnant. There's some common reasons that this happens other than the unfortunate case of miscarriage. So within the first 3 months of pregnancy, common reasons for bleeding include subchorionic hemorrhage. And what this is when that placenta slightly detaches from the wall of the womb, there's a sac that forms in that gap between the two, and you'll have this bleeding that occurs, and it's often found with ultrasound. So it's important to seek your healthcare provider if you have any bleeding occurring after a positive pregnancy exam. Another reason is cervical polyps. These are often benign, but they can become inflamed and irritated, and they can lead to a more bright red color in bleeding. Once again, always want to be examined to have further testing done. If you're carrying multiples, more than one baby, we see people have higher chances of bleeding with that. And last but not least, anything that could irritate that cervix, and yes, that includes sex.
Tara offers coaching services, podcasts, and much more. All of her links will be in the description. And if you want more details on implantation, check out this playlist right here. And if you have ideas for future videos, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!